that you don't know. Now, what you haven't realized is your brain has made observations about that person. Maybe something about their hair color, their eye color, what they're wearing, whether they have braces or not, something or another. Now, take a second look at them. Now your brain has had 2 chances to observe and analyze your fellow audience members. And now it has begun to figure out what type of person he or she is. The sorting has begun. Now I'm sure all of you remember your days back in junior high when you'd walk through the hall and find yourself looking at someone. Maybe pass by them, give them a smile, but as the months went by and you got to see them more and more through the hallway, you thought you'd had a pretty good understanding about what type of person he or she was. Whether they were nice, or grouchy, smart, or athletic. This is all based on the assumptions that you've seen in them when you walk past them in the hallway. As we do this, we are stereotyping these people. We don't notice this because it's an innate habit of ours. This is a picture of me and my best friend. For now, we'll call her Mary. Mary, the first time I met Mary, she had felt black hair, wore a lot of dark clothing, and once in a while would say some very strong language. But as I got to know her, she, to me, in my perspective, was very rude and intimidating. And this image that she portrayed of herself was enough for me to make the decision to not talk to her. Because if I talked to her, that would put me out of place and put me out of my comfort zone. And why would I do that? I liked who I was. I liked who my friends were. I liked how my life was going. Why introduce something new, something so stable, to just disrupt the balance? Now, Mary became an issue when we were put into the same social project. I was apprehensive at first because I didn't know if we were going to get along or even if we were going to finish this project. But as the months went by and we got to working with each other and understanding each other, I got to understand her for who she was as a person rather than how she portrayed herself to be. And by the end of our successful project, we were the tightest of friends, and her warm, kind-hearted personality drew me to her, and to this day, she is one of my most trustworthy of friends. Most of us don't realize that we do this. We tend to assume and presume characteristics about an individual that we probably have never met. Keeping to our comfort zone makes us more narrow-minded. And this is not beneficial when we're forced or pushed into a situation such as meeting or working with people that we don't even know. So how do we fix this problem of ours? To understand these people and their perspectives, we have to first meet these people. I know it's hard to meet these people and introduce yourself to new people, especially for you introverts out there. But I'd like to share some generalized steps that helped me when I decided to take initiative upon this issue. The first step, motivation and self-awareness. Self-awareness to make yourself make this issue that important to take into consideration, and a motivation to change yourself for the better. Step 2, if this works, body language. We all know that when we first meet a person, we first notice how they look and then their body language. After befriending Mary, I asked her, why weren't we friends before our social project? She told me I was too optimistic and too extroverted for her type of friend. Body language. Notice how, as much as we judge a person, they judge us. This brings up an important point. If we take the initiative to change ourselves for the better, those who do not have this knowledge or awareness of this habit of theirs will not or will continue to do as they have done. So by taking initiative to change ourselves for the better, we are also promoting awareness towards this innate behavior that is shared among all of us. Step 3, smile. Because smiling is the best way to make friends and meet new people. When you smile, it tells people that you're a kind and really nice person to get to know. And plus, who wouldn't want to meet a happy person? As you change your perspectives and the way you think and interact with these people, you become more broad-minded. As you become more comfortable with these new perspectives and these new ideas that are introduced to you by meeting these new individuals, you'll be able to accept and respect them for who they are and how they choose to express themselves. To further understand this idea of mine, I'd like you to envision yourself wearing Benjamin Franklin's ocular device from National Treasure. As you look through this ocular device, you're able to switch the lenses or combine them to look at the situation at different lights. So, when you look at your situation, don't be afraid to switch, combine, or even add new lenses that you saw with other people, because the more lenses or the more perspectives you have, it'll be easier for you to have a more well-rounded understanding of any situation that you're in. So, I encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. Become that better person that you know you are. Because when you meet these people, there's more to them that meets the eye. And in the end, when you understand their own personalities and their perspectives, we will ultimately gain a mature perspective to respect and accept these people of our world.